In 2006, humanity voted to kill a planet. Unlucky outcast named Pluto, once a planet. Weirdly, a heart seems to beat on its surface, like it's signaling Earth. NASA still hasn't publicly said why, or what it could mean. Today we dig into the solar system's most tragic, mysterious, long-forgotten planet ever. In 1930, Pluto was found, named for Rome's underworld king, entered textbooks and firmly held the solar system's 9th planet spot for 76 years. Yet this star was eerie from birth. First surprise, its size. Scientists expected Earth-like, but measurements kept shrinking it. Each test made it small. Final answer, 2,377 kilometers diameter. Beijing-Guangzhou is 2,400 kilometers. Pluto fits with spare room, a third smaller than the moon. Planet smaller than a moon. Second embarrassment is its orbit. 8 planets circle one plane. Pluto tilts 17 degrees, charging across like a rogue comet. Even crazier, its orbit's a flat ellipse, closer to Sun than Neptune, then out to 7.4 billion kilometers. 1979 to 1999, it jumped ahead of Neptune, was the 8th planet for 20 years. Not a planet, just the solar system's drifter. In the 90s, trouble hit again. Astronomers found icy objects beyond Neptune, forming a belt called the Kuiper Belt. These ice chunks matched Pluto's makeup. Their orbits were just as crooked. Scientists began to suspect that Pluto might not be a planet at all, but just a rather large chunk of ice in the Kuiper Belt. The fatal blow came in 2005 when someone discovered a celestial body even larger than Pluto, named Eris. Now it's a mess. If Pluto's a planet, why not Eris? Count the Kuiper Belt's big bodies, and then we may have dozens of planets. Textbooks change yearly. Students must memorize new ones. In August 2006, world astronomers met in Prague to clearly define a planet. After days arguing, they finally agreed on 3 rules. First, orbit the sun. Second, be heavy enough to turn round. Third, clear orbits. Pluto barely passed 2 tests. The third failed utterly. His orbit is a mess, crowded with Kuiper Belt neighbors, and he lacks the gravity to clear them away. 424 astronomers raised hands. 237 voted yes. Pluto was officially expelled, thus downgraded to a dwarf. The news reached America. Outrage erupted. Pluto was discovered by an American, a national pride. Now Europeans just voted it away overnight. New Mexico passed a law declaring that in the skies over its state, Pluto will always be a planet. Illinois followed. California lawmakers condemned the decision as anti-science. But science is science. No room for feelings. Pluto became an outcast of the solar system, relegated from the main text of textbooks to a dusty footnote in the corner. It seemed like the story ended here. An overrated ice ball. A correction 76 years late. Nothing left to say here. But I have to tell you, what happened next is the strangest part of this whole story. So strange that to this day, scientists can't fully explain it. The same year Pluto was demoted, months before the vote, NASA launched New Horizons, the fastest craft ever built, topping 50,000 kilometers per hour, about 50 times a bullet. It had one destination, Pluto. Even so, the trip took 9.5 years. On July 14, 2015, it finally arrived, but it couldn't brake, so it only snapped photos in a brief flyby, with just a few hours to shoot as it raced past that world. Miss this chance, and the next opportunity might be decades away. What was captured in just these few short hours made the whole world gasp. Pluto's surface has a giant, perfect heart-shaped pattern. I'm not talking about a vague outline or a crater that you can barely make out the shape of. I'm talking about a clear, perfectly formed heart, as if someone intentionally painted it on with a giant brush. Heart spans more than France, clearly outlined, tipped downward. Left and right halves each show. NASA named this region the Tombaugh Regio, in honor of the astronomer who discovered Pluto. But what's truly strange is the location where this heart appears. Pluto has a moon called Charon, which is absurdly large, with a diameter more than half of Pluto's. This ratio is unique in the solar system. The 2 bodies' very center isn't even inside Pluto. It lies in space between them. Charon isn't Pluto's moon. They're a binary pair, like waltzing partners, forever face to face. Pluto always shows one face to Charon, the other turned away. Its heart-shaped plane lies exactly on that far side alone. What does it mean? This heart always faces inward in the solar system, always toward Earth. 4.8 billion kilometers out, a planet humanity abandoned aims a heart at us. Coincidence? Your scientists explain it now. Mainstream theory says that about 4 billion years ago, a body a few hundred kilometers wide hit Pluto at a slant, carving a basin. Nitrogen ice slowly filled it, forming the left half of the heart. Sputnik Planitia. Denser than surrounding water ice. It grew heavier and shifted Pluto's center of mass. The whole planet slowly flipped like a roly-poly, leaving the heavy region fixed opposite Charon. Seems reasonable, right? But think, there are nearly all cosmic craters around, since impacts make spherical shock waves. Heart shapes are so rare they're negligible. Second, if a heart forms miraculously, what are the odds it flips to face Earth? Third, the shape of this heart is too perfect. It's not a crooked, ambiguous heart shape, but a standard, symmetrical, emoji-like heart shape. Nature can randomly produce such a shape. 3 long-shot events align, and a heart points straight at the solar system's only world with intelligent life. You really call that coincidence? New Horizons discoveries go far beyond this. First, Pluto has an atmosphere, a dwarf planet under 2,400 kilometers wide, with just 6% Earth's gravity, still somehow holds a thin veil around it. Pressure, 100,000th of Earth's, yet real. New Horizons filmed blue halo as sunlight passed atmosphere, like sci-fi effects. It's dreamlike. This air is mostly nitrogen, with some methane and carbon monoxide. What's even more amazing is that Pluto's weather changes with its distance from the sun. Near the sun, ice sublimates to gas and atmosphere swells. Farther out, temperatures fall below -230 degrees Celsius, and the air freezes into ice crystals. Drifting down opposite, Pluto has snow. Nitrogen snow. A 2,000-kilometer ice ball has its own weather and seasons. Yet each year still lasts 248 Earth years there alone. The heart's left half, Sputnik Planitia, is among the solar system's youngest terrains, with almost no craters, showing its surface keeps renewing today. Scientists found the pale ice there creeps a few centimeters yearly, forming giant polygon convection cells, like porridge simmering slowly in place, so heat leaks outward from Pluto's core. Then came the wildest discovery of all. From New Horizons data, scientists think Pluto's icy shell may hide a liquid ocean beneath, perhaps over 100 kilometers deep, holding more water than Earth's oceans in all. Heat from radioactive decay keeps this ocean from freezing, even at dozens below zero. High pressure and dissolved ammonia let the water stay liquid for long periods underground. Do you know what this means? This -230 degrees Celsius ice cast from the Planet Club may hide liquid water, steady heat, and complex chemistry, basic ingredients for life. On the list of candidates for extraterrestrial life, Pluto might be more promising than Mars. A planet abandoned by humanity may hold the solar system's biggest secret. Pluto's moons are weird. Besides Charon, it has 4 small moons: Nix, Hydra, Kerberos, Styx. The orbits of these moons are all on the same plane, like the debris from a massive impact. Scientists speculate that the impact that formed the heart-shaped basin 4 billion years ago may have also created Charon and these small moons at the same time. Pluto was hit once, creating a heart and 5 moons. New Horizons also carried something special on board. Pluto's discoverer Clyde Tombaugh died in 1997, never living to see the New Horizons launch mission. But part of his ashes rode in New Horizons' bulkhead, traveling 9.5 years, reaching the star he found 85 years earlier. After photos, New Horizons kept going. It still flew towards solar system. New Year's Day 2019. It revisited a farther Kuiper Belt body resembling a snowman. It flew farther. Signal grew weaker. In 10,000 years, New Horizons exits the solar system's grip, bearing Tombaug's ashes, an eternal relic adrift interstellar. Pluto moves 4.8 b away in darkness, slowly tracing its orbit, circling Sun in 248 years. He doesn't care if he's a planet or dwarf planet, or humans call him. After 2006 vote, Pluto lost its planet title. Ironically, in 76 years as a planet, it was a name in textbooks. No one cared what it looked like. After its demotion, everyone talked about it. New Horizons photos went viral online, making it the solar system's hottest by far topic. Sometimes, losing a title can instead capture the world's attention. In night, 4.8 billion kilometers from Earth, a delisted planet shows a heart. Only life on Earth can read a heart in the universe. What does this shape mean? Maybe only he truly knows.